Check, mic check, 1, 2.
Yo, is this thing on or what?
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Platform Podcast. As always, I am your host, Dex. If you are watching on YouTube, make sure you go hit that subscribe button. If you're listening to Apple Podcasts or Spotify, give us a follow, leave some comments, let us know who you want to see on upcoming shows. And if you got any questions for the guest, leave that in the comments too. We got to give a big shout out to Make It Now Media, our brand partner for the show, DJs, venues, agencies. If you guys need new graphics, flyers, EPKs made, logos, all that kind of stuff, Make It Now has got you covered. Hit them up, use the code, the platform, they'll get you all taken care of. Now today on the show, we got a very special guest. He's in town visiting, doing a little recruiting, some scouting. He's a DJ from Cleveland, playing all the spots out in Cleveland, Columbus, out in Chicago, Florida. He also does a little bit of producing, remixing, editing, stuff that you can find out on different record pools like Headliner Music Club. And then he even does a little bit of booking too. We got Bobby Booshay joining us. How's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, man. I'm glad to have you here.
Definitely.
Good to connect while you're in town. I know it's being in Nashville is something new for you.
A little bit, yeah. It's new, actual whole experience now that I'm old enough.
Yeah, yeah. And how's it been? I mean, you got here yesterday.
Yeah, got here yesterday, ventured around for a bit, met up with a homie earlier from college, met up with you yesterday, we got food, super good, and then walked around like a majority of the rest of the day on Broadway, went and saw another friend of mine that I met back in college named Knox, watched him go perform at this, it's called I Not, which is like a songwriters thing. I don't know. I never heard of it, but
where was it? That was at Tin Roof?
Yeah, it was at the one, not the one on Broadway.
The one at the Bunbridge?
But the other one. But all the guys before him were guys that are here writing songs for some of the biggest country artists, and they're like performing songs that are coming out.
Okay, so they're not even released yet.
No, either like it's hits that they've already released, or like the one guy, he won the American Music Awards Song of the Year or something, with like he co-wrote it with, I forget whoever won it.
Yeah.
But like he co-wrote it and he performed it, and they were performing stuff that's coming out like months later, or just like whatever. I was actually like pretty blown away of just like these dudes are like some of the biggest songwriters down here, and they're just in this little like shack of a place, like no shade, but just like performing these songs that are just great.
Yeah.
Same with Knox, who's like I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he's like
He's got not the 1975. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, to where like he moved down here like 6 years ago, and he was just talking about it to where like he moved down here 6 years ago and was doing stuff like that, and now he's like blown up. He's like signed to like I think Atlantic and like whatever, but he's just doing like great stuff.
But he's someone that's probably signed as a writer and as an artist then too.
More than likely. I don't know what his structure is, but like it's like just impressive because I met him in school and we were like recording stuff in the studio there, and now he's doing all kinds of like sweet stuff. So
because I heard him on the radio, and then when you were saying that he's putting on the little show here and gonna go perform there, I was like, oh yeah, I'm like I just heard his song a couple months ago, and I like literally had to go look it up right away because I was listening to the song. I'm like, damn, this song's fucking good,
dude. And
then I had to look up who the artist was. I like followed him on Instagram.
All this stuff is so good. It's super catchy.
It's just crazy to me, like the level of talent here in Nashville too, where it's like people are writing for these singers, or they're signed to labels to be a writer.
Yeah,
but they're also super talented artists as well, where it's like, that's what you're talking about, where it's like these people that are writing these songs will go and sing it too.
They can jump back and forth to where like, I think even some of those dudes that were like on first, I think they don't even go out and like, I don't know if they have their own bands or whatever. I was going to hit them up to be like, yo, if you guys have your own bands, I would love to have you out, because that would be sick.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, like I said, it's all these people that are writing all the hits that you know, so it's like it's basically it's just coming back to them. And then like another thing I noticed, I posted on Twitter, but I had said, I was like, I can't imagine being like a singer songwriter or artist down here that's like trying to make it. It is looking at all these different people playing in all these venues, whether it's like one of the stages at like Tootsie's or something like that, just like it's tough. I all respect to any of these people out here that are doing it, because it's a dog-eat-dog thing, and just I can feel like a struggle for them.
I feel like one of the hardest parts as a writer too has to be giving up a song that you wrote to somebody else.
Yeah.
And then like seeing that song flourish and blow up, where you're sitting there just going, damn, that could be me singing that, but either you passed it off or the label passed it off or the artist asked you for the song.
Yeah.
I've heard every situation of it, and I just always think like that's got to be one of the hardest things as a writer to do, is to give that up.
Oh no, 100%. But I think also like another way to look at it is it's just somebody else that's telling your story for you.
Yeah.
You know, you maybe don't have the exact platform to tell it, but this other person is doing it, and it's getting out to, you know, hundreds, millions of people, and it's still, I mean, it's still your work. Mm-hmm. So no matter what, like you're still getting that indirect shine or praise.
Yeah.
Which I think, you know, is something that maybe some people overlook with situations like that.
Yeah. No, yeah. I feel like so many people probably just want to hold on to it and then miss out on an opportunity to have this artist that is possibly way bigger than them put their song out, tell their story, and make their art popular to what they kind of want it to be. So
yeah, well, I think one of the guys even said last night, he was like, I wrote this song like however long ago, and I never thought it would see the light of day, just because like it just, I don't know, none of it made sense, and then finally like the day came and it all connected, and it's one of his like biggest songs, I think.
Yeah.
Which is like awesome. Like that's what, like it can happen at any time. Like they said, they're like, dude, just put it out there. Like just do what you got to do, and you never know what'll stick and what'll like be your breakthrough.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like that's like a big thing with DJs too, where so many people are either like afraid to put an edit out or afraid to put a remix out. They're like, oh, it's never done. Like, where you never know who's going to listen to it or who's going to find it and then support it, and
you just got to do it. Like just put it all out there. And that's what I've learned too with doing like even like production stuff, where it's just like regular beats. I have stuff I'm just sitting on, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do with this one. I'm like, all right, let's put it out there.
Yeah,
it's just
at some point you just got to put it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Well, yeah, we're going to get into a couple things here. Obviously, with you doing booking for a couple different venues, we're going to talk about some of that.
Yep.
You're also playing all over the place yourself as a DJ, so we're going to get into talking about some of your bookings and touring venues that you go to.
Yeah.
Talking about some of the music now, and then how you go about scouting some of these talented artists that you're trying to find to fill these venues.
Yeah.
But first, I mean, just let the listeners, let the viewers know a little bit about Bobby Booshay, where you're from, and how you got started, man.
Yeah. I'm 28 years old, from Cleveland. Like this suburb of Cleveland, since everybody likes to say if you're not from Cleveland, if you're from the suburbs, whatever, nobody's gonna know where I'm from if they're not from there.
Yeah.
But from there, DJ, edit maker, trying to be a producer again, booking guy here and there with certain stuff, and whatever else you may think. I don't even know. I never know how to like introduce it, but a bunch of different stuff within this whole entertainment and hospitality field.
Yeah.
Got started like just really enjoying music. Started like playing guitar and wanted to be in like heavy metal bands. That's how it started. And then eventually, you know, made a shift to like wanting to like play and make dubstep. And then that slowly shifted to doing rap stuff and playing rap shows, and then got into like being a rapper's DJ and playing, like I said, rap shows. And then now it's slowly morphed into doing clubs and open format stuff, and luckily enough traveling.
Yeah.
After, I mean, I think I've been doing it now for 12 years.
Okay.
I don't know, kind of all blurs.
Where did you go to Ohio State or Ohio, or where'd you go?
So I went to Ohio University, which is hour and a half from Columbus, so Ohio State. I went for music production, exactly what I wanted to do. I was already doing it in DJing before I got into college, so like middle school and up is when I like started. So I went all through there, all through high school, all through college. And like I told myself, if I was going to go to college, like I want to do what I want to do. I'm not going to change my path, go for go do some business or some marketing thing for somebody else. I want to go do it for myself. So that's what I did. Went through the full program, graduated 4 years with major in production and music business. So like a double major with a minor in communications.
That's literally what I'm going for right now is music business, music production at Belmont here. So that's good to know that you liked it, and it gives me some sort of like positivity to know that I'm in the right thing. And obviously it's something that I know that I have a passion for. And like you're saying, like if you're going to go, you want to go for something that you know that you're going to like.
Exactly. There's no point to go for something that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
You're just wasting your time, you're wasting money, and you're wasting everything.
Yeah.
Like,
I agree.
the time that could be spent towards what you want to do is gone.
Yeah, but I mean, like you just said, you kind of went through everything, man, from wanting to do like heavy metal, then to dubstep, then to hip hop, and it's like now you're playing at one of, if not the biggest venues in Ohio.
Yeah.
That brings
100%.
in artists from fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
Where, how much, looking back on it now, do you think that path has helped you as a DJ, being able to play all these different sorts of music and now putting it together in an open format setting?
I mean, definitely 100%. I can't say that it hasn't, because it's allowed me to meet other guys in the field, whether it's people like Joe Maz and Beat Breaker and like all those guys that have been around for years, to establish a good relationship with them. The artists I get to open for, like being able to meet them or just create a connection in some way like that. Obviously, yeah, it's one of the standout venues that's been emerging for the last few years. So that helps in growing with that, because I've been DJing for them like past 6-7 years now. Like I can't even remember exactly, but just being able to grow with that and just establish myself. And plus it being such a different venue in terms of anything within the area, you know, it's also, when I started with them, the first gig I did was at a venue they don't have anymore, but it was called Magnolia. So it's where a night John Boy was. But I started there, and like I knew going into that, like I had to push myself to be better. And so being in a venue like that, it pushed me to get better, improve on everything, become a better selector of songs, and just reading a vibe. Like I can tell once I went into there, like it pushed me to like do more.
Just because of like the magnitude of the venue and just like how they run things, and
and just like knowing like, okay, where I was coming from, there was a clear difference of like how they did things, what they were looking for, the caliber of people they were having. So it's like, okay, I know I have to step up, and if I don't, I'll be behind, or maybe I won't make the cut. So I knew I had to push myself, just knowing like, okay, I have an idea of what they expect, but this is what I'm thinking they like are expecting of me and everybody. So let me push it to there and way farther.
Yeah.
Just so I can, you know, either stand out or like really show like, yo, like I'm in this.
Yeah. That's how I feel like now being here. Like one, Nashville just pushed me in general, just because obviously it's such a music centered city that when I came out here, like every DJ knows how to produce, or they play an instrument, or whatever else it's going to be.
Multiple skills.
Yeah, they're doing more than just DJing. Where then instantly I noticed that, and I started looking at schools and shit since we were out here.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, all right, cool. Like I had a friend that went to Belmont, OMG Parker. He's super good producer, and now he lives out in New York but lived here. But like he talked to me about it, and I just knew it was something that I like had learned before, and that I just knew that I needed to learn to get better. Just to like stay like on par with all these other DJs that are doing more.
Well, I don't even think you should think of it as like an on par thing. I think just look at it as another thing to add to your skill set.
Yeah.
And also it'll help you, because like if you're producing, whether it's originals or you're making edits, it's going to help you understand song structure. When you're DJing, it's going to help you understand, okay, this is this part of the song. Or when you're making like your own original stuff, you'll be like, okay, this is how like club music goes. Like this is how they structure it. This is what works for it. This is what doesn't. And it just helps you understand every aspect of what you're doing.
Yeah.
That much more. And also, it brings you up to a similar level of everybody else, and it just gives you more to work with. You offer more at that point.
Yeah, it's definitely providing more value for yourself as a whole too. But then even just seeing, like now being with Barstool and being a resident there, seeing the people that they're bringing in, which like a lot of times is people that I'm like, yo, bring this person in because it's somebody that I've followed forever or I know personally and I know that they're a talented DJ.
Yeah.
Where then I'm like, all right, cool. Like it keeps you motivated.
Yeah.
And it keeps pushing you because you're like, all right, cool. I either have to like play support for this person or if we're not booking a bigger act, I have to be just as good as that bigger act.
You have to show your worth. And I think that's what people forget is even if you're opening for somebody or you're just playing a venue and it's just you, like you need to show your own value, but also, you know, use these out of town guys coming in as like your as like your motivation. Use all of it as your motivation. Like I said, once I got into this group, I used it as motivation. Like, okay, I need to get better. I know I need to get better.
Yeah.
Should always be doing that. And like I think that's a big killer of a lot of guys and for anything is a lot of complacency. It's not a total bad thing, but you can get so complacent to where you're just like, cool, I don't really need to do anything. Like you're in with Barstool, so you're like, cool, like I'm chilling. Like I don't really need to do much else, but you're like, no, okay, let me do more. Let me do my mix show. Let me do the podcast. Let me do other stuff to elevate and uplift yourself too, to continue, motivate yourself, nonstop.
Yeah, I'm always thinking of like how I can improve more. And then especially like now with that name and that brand behind me, it's like, cool, like now you have to represent that.
Now
that
it's
brand.
really go time.
Yeah.
Like really push, yeah.
Exactly. So, but yeah, talk a little bit about kind of like what your position is right now outside of DJing and like the things that you do.
It's like forward, good night, John Boy, welcome to the farm, this hat, and then there's other like restaurants and stuff under it, new concepts as well. So it's just a group of different avenues, I guess.
Yeah.
Of nightclubs,
and
clubs,
hospitality.
nightlife. Yeah. Multiple aspects of it.
Yeah. And then so like what's your role with them? Because obviously like you're out here scouting some bands for the farm.
Yeah. So I help do booking for some of the venues, the farm, John Boy in Cleveland, Columbus, and then like advancing with forward. So when the big name artists are coming in, or even just the traveling guys like the Joe Mazes, just making sure everything's put together for them and whatever like the big name people need, making sure like they have all their stuff,
Gotcha.
like whether it's for their tech rider, all the stuff on like a visual aspect, and like a lot more.
Yeah. Yeah, and you guys bring in a lot of people. I mean, obviously, I know Forward's summer weekend just kicked off this past weekend with James Kennedy, and then right after that, you guys had Medusa too.
Yeah. It went like James Kennedy on Friday for like the first opening night for the season. Saturday was Jersey.
Okay.
So like we'll run it like Friday night's like a big ticketed act. Saturday will be like an open format guy, and then like around the holidays. So for this one for Memorial Day. Sunday day party with Medusa.
Yeah, which is
And
a
then-
fucking kick-ass lineup of DJs.
Dude, I couldn't believe how well, no shade to James Kennedy, he like did far better than I thought.
Yeah.
He totally crushed it.
Yeah.
Like he sold it out. Like people were like fiending for tickets. They were like, there was some girl that said like, I will sell my first unborn child for a ticket to the show. I was like, dude, what? Like, it's not that serious.
Like that's a little extreme, but
Yeah.
No, but that's how popular he is just from this TV show and everything too.
Oh, no.
Where it's like, yeah, and then he's one of those guys that looks like he's actually taking DJing seriously and not just like, hey, I'm a social media star.
No, dude, he's on there. He's in Gerardo. He's loading up each track. I don't know if he's like kind of pre-planning, whichever. Whatever he's doing, it's working.
Yeah.
And it's good. He puts on a good show.
And he's
Cannot deny.
engaging too, from what I've seen, like on his socials and stuff like that. He's active
Yeah.
in the crowd, like all that kind of stuff
Yeah.
too.
No, 100%.
Yeah. And then Jersey, I've played with a bunch of times in,
Yeah.
in Milwaukee. Seen him out in Chicago too. He's always a fucking beast.
He's a man.
Yeah.
The man.
Yeah, and then Medusa you have for a day party too, which then it's just like a full rounded out fucking lineup,
Dude,
which is awesome.
Same with him. Like, super cool guy. He crushed it. Like, you could tell at first when he hopped on, he was definitely trying to feel it out. But then, like, he just, like, as it went on, he was just getting more into it. And you could just feel he was just pumping it and pumping
Yeah.
and pumping. And, like, his tour manager was like, hey, can he like keep on going? And I was like, dude, he can do whatever he wants. Like,
Yeah.
He can play all night. I don't care.
You're like, bro, you're Medusa. You can fucking...
Yeah, like if he wants to go from this start time to fucking 1 a.m., I don't care.
Yeah.
Like if he's having fun, that's what matters. Like we want the artist to have a good time, and I think it shows. Like,
Yeah, and I
if,
feel like
if he wants to keep going, totally.
I feel like that's always what you want as a venue, is for them to be having a good time where they're like okay with going over their set time.
Exactly, yeah. If he's like, hey, yeah, can I play longer? It shows like he's definitely feeling it. He's catching a vibe, and he just wants to like ride it out.
So for you doing the booking, like now you're out here in Nashville.
Yeah.
You guys are looking for bands to put into the farm, and you
Yep.
guys got 2 locations for that because there's one here and one in Florida.
Yeah, so there's one in Cleveland, one in St. Petersburg, and then, I mean, pretty soon the one in Chicago will open up.
Okay.
Which is going to be insane, too.
Yeah. So what are you looking for when you're out here, like, kind of scouting and recruiting?
So what we go for is we definitely try to capture down here, like, that Broadway feel to where it's, like, a lot of good energy. Band has great crowd interaction. You know, they can kind of think on the fly to where it's like, okay, what we're playing right now like isn't working. This is how we kind of like how we think when we DJ. We're reading the crowd. We're like, okay, this track isn't really working. Let me go this direction because I know this will work and like it'll be what's needed. So people that can read that energy and just put on a great show. I mean, we're definitely looking for more so cover bands, obviously, but, you know, also fine with people throwing in their originals, you know, because, I mean, they're also trying to make it. And, but it just has to be, like, spaced out properly. Like, you can't do, like, back-to-back originals.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, like, these people don't know that yet. Slowly introduce it to them, and once you have them hooked, like, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't matter. So just looking for that, and we've already found like great people from down here that we already have, but we're expanding, so we just need more people. You know, this one in Chicago, it's going to be like 2 floors. It's going to be huge, and so it's just looking for that and just trying to see who can
Provide the right vibe that you guys want.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I mean, we already have a good roster, but, you know, like I said, we're expanding, so we're going to need more people, and it's also good to just break it up from, like, all the same people, you know?
You found some good people out here in these the first couple days, or no?
There's, like, some to where I'm like, okay, not bad at all, like, maybe this could work. Like, I wrote them all down, so we'll see. My goal... I've already like exceeded my goal, but I'm just trying to be picky to where like last night I was going through, I'd sit and watch them play at least like 3 to 4 songs.
Yeah.
Just to kind of see where they take it. I'm looking at the crowd that's there. So like what, I think when I first went back out, I went to Kid Rock's and I was just like up there in the mezzanine and I was just looking at everything, watching the band, seeing how they're interacting, look at the crowd, see how they're interacting, like whether it's people like my age or younger, like the fresh 21 to, you know, the person that's maybe like 50 or 60 that's in there. How are they reacting to them? Are they hooked in? Cool. Okay. That helps.
Yeah, looking at like if they can play the entire demographic of the room.
Yeah.
Instead of just catering to like one.
Yeah. And like, you know, I mean, a lot of these people are playing the same songs, you know, which I mean, it is what it is, you know, you can't really expect too much, but how are they playing it? How do they sound? Like, and just, you know, do I think that energy can carry over to what we need?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we've had nights to where, like, I have to go back and I have to coach bands and just be like, hey, look, like, this is what we're looking for. Like, we had one night to where it was just a weird booking on, like, both sides, but to where, like, the end of the night, we're sitting there and we're talking, like, hey, tomorrow we need to regroup and we need to go through your set list and like figure out how to make this work, because the crowd like died out early on like the Friday night that they played, and it was like, yo, like you guys are just
It
playing.
shouldn't be happening. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were like, and it wasn't an issue of like how they play or the sound. They were fucking awesome, like, but just not the song selections that we needed.
Yeah.
To where it's like, hey, like we got to rethink this, and then it just like I was like, cool, like we helped build out their first part of their set list, because we're like, dude, like what you got to do is you got to hit them over the head to like hook them in. Once you have them hooked in, you can do whatever you want. It doesn't matter at that point, but you got to start off like super strong. So I was like, hey, go back tonight, like rethink over your set. Let's regroup tomorrow by this time. And if it doesn't seem like it's gonna work, like, dude, like you can't play. Unfortunately, like that's just the like reality of it. To where like in that whole time too, I'm trying to find a replacement, and this is at 1, 2 in the
AM
morning
on
on a Friday night,
Yeah.
when we have to go Saturday night.
Yeah.
So it's just like it has its ups and downs.
Yeah, I feel like that's got to be the harder part of it, is being the bearer of bad news and
Yeah,
trying to be the one to kind of mend the lines of the artist and the venue.
well, yeah, because you don't want to like you want to respect another creative in what they do. You don't want to downplay it, and that's not what I want to do. But it's also just like end of the day, some stuff like that situation, it's just a business move.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just really telling them, like, look, like you guys are great. That's not the issue. Like you sound awesome. There's nothing wrong with that. The issue is just the songs you're choosing.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit what we need.
Yeah.
And that's it. Simple as that. Like nothing to do with anything else. So, some people get it and they're very receptive. Others, like, they might have the artist's ego or the mentality of like, well, fuck you, like I'm doing my thing or whatever, which cool, that's fine. Then we just don't work together, or, sometimes you just don't know how to accept criticism, which is the hardest thing in the world.
Yeah.
And, some people handle it well, others, they burn everything down and they just ruin it for themselves.
Yeah.
So.
No, it's a huge thing to be able to. I as a DJ am the kind of person that like will ask for feedback all the time.
Yeah.
Like if I'm at a venue, I'm either asking the staff or asking the management or asking the booker, like, hey, what'd you hear? Like, is there anything that I need to do differently? Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
And I love that. Like, I'm always open to that feedback too.
You should be. I mean, even, what was it, on last Saturday when I played with Jersey, like, I texted him after, like, the next day. I was like, yo, just any advice you might have, anything that could be improved? And he's like, dude, no, like, it was solid. It was where, like, it needed to be. Like, you kept the energy right. You weren't really on the mic a bunch. You were just, like, you, like, fed into it of just, like, giving a little bit but not overdoing it. Mm-hmm. And you brought me where I needed to be.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, cool. Like, that's awesome. And I, same thing. I'll ask staff here and there, like, what they thought. Or, after some time, like, another homie was like, dude, like, you don't always have to do that. Like, just definitely have, like, good confidence in yourself, too. Of, like, okay, I know I did a good job, or I know this could be better.
I feel like that's a hard part as a...
100%.
Like, I'm always critical of myself, too, where then, I have other friends or, like, my girlfriend or her friends will be like, yo, you fucking killed it. I'm like, really? Because I thought that it fucking sucked. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and we're also, like, our own critic, and it's also hard to judge from a girlfriend perspective or, like, a close friend. No matter what, like, your girlfriend or your friends are going to be like, yeah, like, you totally killed it.
Yeah.
Which, like, could be true. At the same time, it's just, like, they just, sometimes they're on autopilot, too. They're just like, dude, no, it's great.
Yeah.
Which, whatever. Again, not a bad thing, but the staff and everything is where you'll get, like, your most crucial feedback.
Yeah, I agree. And honest feedback, too, from them for the most part, too. So.
Yep.
With you doing booking and stuff like that, like, from my past experience from when I was booking for a venue in Milwaukee, this is always something that I ran into where people would end up reaching out to me and being like, yo, man, I heard you're doing the booking at this venue. How do I get in there?
Yeah.
And just kind of like straight up ask in that aspect. And then like now with me being at Barstool, people see that. Yeah. And people they don't even like say hi or anything. They'll just be like, hey man, I'll be in Nashville this weekend. Like any chance you can get me in there?
It's like, dude, it's the weekend of. What do you expect?
Yeah.
Like everything's already set.
Even if it's not, and even if it's like a month out, I feel like the way that you ask and present yourself is like one of the biggest things to me, where it's like if you don't even give me like a hello, like how you been, what's going on, and you just jump right into being like, yo, I'll be in Nashville next month. How can I get in there? Yeah. Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
I think it's a lost art of it is, and we were talking about it earlier too, but yeah, it's about how you ask, how you go about it, and just your demeanor. there's people, it's so crucial to where it'll make or break it. To where if you ask me in the wrong way, like, you already shot yourself in the foot. Like find a good approach. Don't just, hey, I'm in Nashville, book me. Or like you said, like it's a month out and they're just like pretty much same thing. It's like, dude, no, like a proper way to do it is be like, hey, look, I saw you do the booking here, or I see you play here. Who's a good person to talk to reach out to about bookings? I'd like to try and get in or make something possible if it's a thing.
Yeah.
You know, let me know what you need from me, or, you know, whoever needs from me, and I'll get it done for you. And do whatever. Don't be super pushy. Don't walk into the situation thinking like, oh yeah, like I'm good. They're gonna book me. It's like, dude, you might not even fit the room for it. Like, just go in with a different mindset. I don't know. Some people you've seen it. I've seen it to where they just come in like, and they almost like demand that you book them.
Yeah.
Like they already expect it, or like if you're homies with the person, like. You know, it puts it in even more of a weird situation. Like, if I hit you up, I'm like, yo, we're friends. You should hug me in Barstool. It's going to come off so shitty. You're going to be like, no, why? You just, it's all in the way you ask and the way you go about it.
Yeah.
And it's so critical. I can't even stress it.
I feel like so many people just feel so entitled in whatever way because of where they think that they are as a DJ, or definitely like knowing people on any sort of level that they think that they can just like kind of use the relationship for that, which I agree like is a huge part of the DJ industry and being booked at places is the majority of the time probably the relationship versus how you actually are as a DJ. Yeah. But then on top of that too, if you do ask the right way, then the next step is being ready and having the proper assets lined up, having press photos, having mixes, having an EPK, whatever it is that this venue might need from you, have that kind of stuff prepared. Because like we were talking about it prior, where there's so many people that I'll hit up and be like, hey man, like send me a mix. Send me your EPK. Send me like your press photos for a flyer. Send me your logo.
Everything.
And they don't have it at all. Yeah,
most of the time what happens is you ask for that stuff and they're not prepped. They don't have any of it organized. They're sending 20 different emails. Okay, here's logo. Here's press photos. Here's this. Here's that. It's like, yo, have it all in one concise thing, whether it's one link. Send one email. If you get asked to do a mix, like be prepared and be ready, whether you already have something done that already fits, or like as soon as you get asked to do a mix, go start working on it. Don't wait. If you wait longer than like week and a half, 2 weeks to do any of it, send it, especially a mix, you're done. Like don't even bother. Like, you know, again, same, we were talking earlier to where there's people that asked to make mixes and somebody was like, yo, I'll get it to you in like a month. It was just super blunt. I was like, dude, then don't even send it. Like, either if you really want this gig, cool, get it done. There's zero excuse. You know, like I think he was also just like, oh, dude, I'm super busy. Like, da da da. I was like, dude, we're all busy. You're busy. I'm busy. This other person's busy. Again, if you want it, get it done. That is the main point.
Because I don't get like what people would think in that aspect. Or in that situation, what someone thinks, where, like, what do they think you're doing with booking? Do they think that you're not going to have somebody else booked out by then?
Let alone, like, you're just waiting around. Like, okay, I'm whatever you want.
Yeah.
Like, no, dude.
Like, just let me know when you're done, and then I'll squeeze you in here.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I have to book this venue out. I literally have to fill these dates, and that kind of shit moves so quick, too, where it's like, I've been in situations where I got a text at 8 in the morning, and let's say I didn't wake up till 10.
Yeah.
By the time I woke up and responded, it's gone.
Yeah. You need to be on your shit. Like, you know, it sucks, like, as if you handle all your own stuff, like all your own bookings and everything, like you kind of have to be on your phone 24/7.
Yeah.
You can get stuff like that. I've had it happen numerous times. Like day of, I get a call for like a thing to do. Like my one homie couldn't do something at the Rock Hall the one day, so then he called me like, hey, like I need you to go in. Cool, done.
Yeah.
I was like up and ready, went home, like changed and went. Done.
Yeah.
Or just, yeah, it's being prepared. Same thing with flyer and like the EPK stuff. There's no reason you should not have it ready. You should have up-to-date press photos. You should have your logo. You should have your one sheet. You should have a link in there for all your social media. Like, make it easier for the person that's going to book you. Because you know what? They'll appreciate it. They'll take notice. They'll want to work with you more. Because they're going to be like, okay, cool. This guy or girl has their shit together. Like, they're on the ball. So, boom, it already puts you ahead of everybody else. Should not be a deer in the headlights. It should not take a week to get something like that to somebody.
Yeah.
Like,
it shows a level of professionalism when it's like you can just answer right back.
Yeah.
Send a link. Everything's in there.
Yeah.
Like I just have a Dropbox link that I always have access to.
Yep.
You actually have a super dope shortcut that you showed me.
Yeah.
That I literally never had thought about.
Yeah. So the one thing is like, you know, utilize the Apple shortcut of I don't even know what you call it.
It's a keyboard shortcut.
Yeah, so use the keyboard shortcut. So like if somebody hits me up like, hey, I need your EPK, can you send it to me? Whether it's in a text or an email, cool. I get their email. What do? I instantly open my email. I put whatever in the subject, like Bobby Booshay EPK, and then what I'll do is then when I go to like type my message, I literally type the letters EPK, and it automatically puts the link to my EPK. Done. Send. Took 5 seconds.
Yeah.
You're done. You don't even gotta think about it. Same thing if somebody asks for my email, cool. I have a shortcut to where it's like I type out email and then it pops up one email, whether it's like my direct personal or then I had email number 2.
Yeah.
And then it's my business email. Done. Same thing. It'll save you just that extra little bit of time to where you don't even have to think about it. You don't have to have the other person waiting on you to send it. Just get it done.
Yeah, and having it organized is like the easiest thing for me. Like I know I used to work at Apple, and even when you sent me that, I was like, damn, I never thought of using the shortcuts like that.
Yeah, it's something so like mindless and minuscule that it'll just totally save your ass.
Yeah. And when somebody asks you and you get it back to them, because I remember when you did a mix for the platform and I asked you, literally 5 seconds later, you send it back to me. I was like, holy shit, how do you have that link to me that quick? But it's because you have those shortcuts too.
It's the same thing of like, yeah, like people will be like, okay, give me a little bit. I'll get it to you later. You're going to forget.
Yeah,
we all
for
do
sure.
it. We all forget. Or even, what was it? There was something else. Or, you know, you'll ask guys for their calendar. Or like, you know, what they have available. They're like, oh, I'm not home right now. Let me wait until I get home to check my calendar. And every time I hear that, I'm like,
how don't you have your schedule like available on your phone?
you don't have it like in your calendar app or at least an app on your phone.
Yeah.
Like, are you still just writing things down in like a pen and paper? Which no shade to that, but it's like, dude, again, you're gonna forget.
Yeah.
Like, you should have it on hand and ready. And it's just like, I don't know, some of it's just so mind-blowing to where...
Because it should be simple.
Yeah, because what's going to happen is literally, like you said, you're going to ask somebody for these dates, and they're going to like be like, yeah, I'll get to it later. Sometimes they do, more than likely they don't. Time goes by, and they hit you back, hey, here's those dates that I'm available. And
I already
like,
booked them out.
Dude, hey, too late.
Yeah.
Sorry. And then they're like, dude, well, what the fuck? What do you mean, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's on you. It's not me.
Yeah, you text me back 3 days later. I already filled this shit. So.
Yeah, like I'm not waiting for you.
Yeah.
Like nothing is going to stop for you. So that's and that's how you get the better gigs. That's how you get the certain stuff, man. You got to be ready. Be ready for all of it, no matter what.
Yeah.
And even if like, I don't know, say it's a gig you've never done before and you get hit up to do it, cool. You're already ready in one sense to where you can get all that, and then the time that you would have taken to get everything together, you can spend it to get ready for whatever
the style of the set. Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's so important. Like, it's the most important thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I
besides
agree.
like
Just
playing the
looking
gig.
professional and having all that shit together is going to help you so much in the long run with contacting anyone for bookings, whether it's a venue, a booking agent, another DJ that you're friends with that works at a venue, all that kind of stuff.
I mean, even if you look at it, all these big name people, like I don't know how closely for like the people at Barstool, like when they brought in Luxury, if you were seeing like any of their dances or anything, they have it all together. It's all one thing that they can send to every single venue they're going to play. This is what they use. This is what they have on their rider. This is what else we need from you. The hotel information, the whatever, your security team, blah, 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 blah. They have it all concise to where they send it, you fill it out, and you're done.
Yeah.
They get everything they need from you, and like it's the same thing.
In a process that should take 10 minutes tops. Like it's nice and easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are you all at? These coming, like June's about to start.
Yep.
What's your schedule looking like for June? Where are you at? Where can people find you?
Bunch of stuff in Cleveland, at Forward and John Boy, and some of the other spots we have openings. At middle of June, I'll go back out to Chicago for John Boy, the weekend of like the 15th and the 16th, and then go back out the following weekend, the 21st and the 22nd.
Okay.
And then back in Cleveland, I'm trying to think. I don't know, dude. There's so much stuff happening to where like there's definitely gonna be something else that pops up where like I have to go like this week. Like I'm here, like down here doing this the weekend before. I was back in Cleveland for Memorial Day. The week leading up to that, I was down in Florida in St. Pete.
Yeah.
And then
Are you right now? Are you just DJing at Forward Hospitality spots? Okay. Yeah. Which makes it super easy for you then. Yeah.
Yeah, only our spots. Like I'll do like the occasional, like out of town spots. So like it was leading up to the weekend before Memorial Day. I was went to Austin to go play Greenlight Social. So that was like Friday, and it was like a quick 24 hours. Like I left Cleveland at 6 a.m., got into Austin at 10 a.m., hung around like most of the day, met up with some homies, played at night, got done at 2:15 or whatever, went back to the hotel by 2:30, took a shower, and then was at the airport.
Flew right back out.
Probably 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Then I got back and I had other meetings, and then I had to do a wedding, and then I did the wedding, got done at 11, and then had to go straight to John Boy after.
Yeah. So you stay busy. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, but I mean, even going outside of Forward Hospitality spots, like for you playing at a place like Greenlight where they have a lot of other homies that I know that DJ there. A couple of the guys that do the videography and stuff for out there just started doing it at Barstool too now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay. And they've been doing a really good job on all that shit too. But let's say for like a venue like Greenlight, when you first started DJing there, how did you put yourself out there to get booked?
So, like first time I'd ever been to Austin was I went for South by Southwest in 2019, and I was still in school, and OU had a program to where you could go to South by Southwest as a class.
Okay.
So like you go down there and you get credit.
Yeah.
So I went, and one of the nights, I don't know if you've been to South by, but it's like insane.
My brother does photography for them every year. He goes out there.
Awesome. I know people have been saying it's been lacking, like it's not what it was, but I don't know. For me, when I went, it was sweet.
Yeah.
But so the one night at Greenlight there, they had like a showcase, and back to back, it was Grand Theft, followed by Getter.
Okay.
Followed by A-Track, followed by Vice.
Okay.
Just back to back to back.
Yeah.
Just like one dude would rock for an hour, boom, now it's Getter. Then it was A-Track, and then it was Vice. And I was like, dude, holy shit, like this is insane. And like the one in Austin compared to the new one in like Dallas is like tiny. But it was like, dude, these like dope artists, especially somebody like A-Track and Vice, are in this place just rocking. Like I'm like arm's length away from them. It was like crazy. So like it started there where I'm like, okay, like, dude, I want to come back here and I want to play. And so then eventually another homie down there, Easy D.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Steezy.
Dom, yeah.
Yeah, he invited me to come play out on 6th Street at this place called Thirsties. So like that, but then when I came down, I had like kind of connected with some other people a little bit. So obviously I knew like ERG, and then connected with like X Shop, and then Marco Anthony, who's down there, and basically I was just like talking to him here and there. The one guy, Marco, his how did it work? I think he's like kind of from Cleveland originally, a little bit, but his sister still stays like in Cleveland. I can't remember how he explained it to me. Well, basically, whichever. Last year he had me come back out to Austin, so he's like the main Friday resident at Greenlight, and he's like, yo, I want to have you come out. I'll play like 10 to 12, and then you'll play 12 to 2. Like, he just gave me a shot or whatever, and he had like came out to Cleveland prior, and we were just talking it forward. He's like, dude, yeah, like I would love to have you come out to Greenlight. I'm like, all right, cool, man. Yeah. So when I went, it was during Austin City Limits, so it was like a slow start. Played it, like did good. Like the manager was happy at the time. Like they were all happy. And like just going out there and connecting with all those guys too, talking to him, Rec Shop, another dude named Kino, and just like whatever. And then Marco would hit me up again for this recent time and was just like, hey, you know, I'm gonna go to EDC, so I won't be there, but you know, do you want to come back out and play? And it was for like the full night. Okay, and like we worked it out to where like it just made sense. Same thing went down, like totally just rocked the fucking place. Where again, the GM's happy, everybody else, whole staff was like definitely happy about it. To where then I'm talking to the GM after, and he's like, "Yo, like, definitely want to bring you back on like your own accord and everything like that, and just make you a returning guy."
Yeah,
I'm like, dope. Like, please, man, that would be awesome. So just like slow stepping stones, I guess, to make that happen or whichever. I guess if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, just. But also, like, when I show up, I'm doing the work. I'm doing good work, too.
Yeah.
Where, like, they recognize and they appreciate it. And they're like, cool, yeah, like, we have no issue having this guy back.
Yeah, you're coming and you're showing up ready for the sets.
Yeah, like...
You can crush them and be asked back.
Yeah. Leading up to it, like, I'm asking other homies like Kazes and Marco and Rec Shop. I'm like, yo, like, what works? What worked for you? What didn't work for you? Cool, okay, I know now what to do. I can, like, lean into this and just really... do what the room needs. Like, each room is so different. Yeah, there's small similarities, but each one's gonna like enjoy more stuff than others.
Yeah.
So
Case is a really, really good homie to do that. Because like when he came out here, I know the first time that he came out here, he like hit me up.
Yeah.
And then even like now that he'll be returning, he'll be like, hey, like what's working? What new songs are this, that. And having like DJs ask you that, I feel like gives you a sense of credibility, but like knowing that they're like comfortable enough to ask you that too, because I feel like for me asking other DJs like questions like that sometimes it's hard because you're like you don't know how they're gonna react. Like some DJs aren't the nicest about it.
Well, because some dudes think you're trying to bite their steez.
Yeah.
Which like whatever, that's on them. But it's like no, it's like dude, I'm just trying to do what's right. Like I want to do the room justice.
Exactly.
Down here, like you know the Barstool room better than me. I mean, I could guess at like what will work, but you know more than me. You're there every weekend. I'm not. You know, I'm not gonna know exactly what's like the best thing, or like if I play this, like management's gonna get pissed.
Exactly.
And then I get cut. Like whatever. You know, you know the resident guys and the people there, they know the room through and through. And if you're asking them, it just shows you're trying to do your research. You want to do good too.
Which I love that. Yeah, like I would rather have people reach out and ask, especially when it's people that I know and that I'm friends with, because I want them to play well so that way they're able to come back. Yeah. So I will always 100% be like, yo, this is what works. Like I'll send them previous set lists, all that kind of shit. So.
Well, plus too, like you said, you have management asking you like, who do you think we should bring? And then you're co-signing. You're like, no, like this person, like for sure. And then they're like, okay, well, we trust you. Like you're our guy here. Yeah. So we'll take your word. And then it's like, you know, if it was like a bust, like hoping it's not, like knock on wood for anybody. Yeah. Like, you know, they're gonna kind of look at you sideways, and then it kind of discredits you to where you're like, fuck, man, all right, maybe now they won't listen to me as much, or like my word doesn't hold as well.
Yeah, no, 100%, I agree, yeah. Well, we're going to get into a little of today's music and see what we got going on. So I started a new segment a couple weeks ago. It's called New Heat or Delete.
Yes.
So I'm going to bring you a couple songs, and you just got to tell me if these are songs that are new heat, or if this is some that you're going to be deleting out of the library. So the first one that I got here is going to be the new Morgan Wallen, Post Malone. I Had Some Help, and this is going to be the Leondis remix for it. So this is it right here. So that's that one.
100%.
Yeah? You've been playing that out in sets?
Not like I've played like mainly only the original so far.
Okay.
And like even the original went over great.
Yeah.
You know, but something like that like gives it that little extra boost. So like 100%, which I'll need you to send me that.
Yeah, that's a dope one. I found it on like SoundCloud and I was like, oh fuck, this works really well. And then I was able to like play it out last weekend.
Yeah.
Obviously gets a super good reaction here in Nashville. So
100%, yeah.
I was like to see how it's working in like other markets, if that kind of stuff is hidden for you.
No, I would say it's working. I played the original like Green Light too, and it went off great.
Yeah.
And then I think I played at a wedding too, and then when I played at the farm too, it was all good.
Yeah. Yeah, the farm is the spot I would imagine it plays out very well at.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So Sexy Red just dropped her new album this past weekend. She's got another song with Drake, where Drake actually gets on here. They flip the beat in the middle of it, goes to the BBL Drizzy beat.
Yeah.
So this is going to be their new one together called You My Everything.
Yeah.
So that's their new one. What do you got on that one? You been playing it out yet, or have you?
I like didn't even like have the chance to ever listen to the whole thing. I literally only saw the clip on TikTok saying that he was like on that beat. I mean, I don't know. I probably wouldn't play it because it's just like a troll.
That's
Like, that's the only reason he did it. Like I'd maybe do it just to like laugh, but
it's hard for me with like the Sexy Red stuff because so many girls want to listen to it.
Yeah, but not all the venues want it.
Yeah, well, and I personally just think that like a lot of her, like the way that she raps, a lot of time is like offbeat and just like the lyrics, and I don't think that she has like a good voice.
Dude, it was weird. I was kind of like, kind of against her too before, and I was kind of like, nah, dude, like this is just like, it's not good. And then as I've just seen it, it's just like one of those things where like, dude, I don't know, I enjoy it now. I think
I like, you have to play it, and I think the biggest thing is she knows how to pick a beat.
Oh, she picks awesome beats, and like they all fit her. Even though when she does that like off timing rap, it fits her though. She sounds good on it, and I think it's all funny. I think it's hilarious.
Yeah.
To where I enjoy it. I just seeing all the shit she does online too is awesome. It's like, what was it? Yesterday I saw she was with Shawn Michaels.
Okay.
Or whatever, and just like super random, but just like it works for some reason, or it's just hilarious to where, you know, like his thing or like his song, like there's a video to where like they're in the car and she's playing like his theme, like the Sexy Boy theme.
Yeah.
And it's just like her, and then she pans it over to him. And I'm like, dude, it'd be sweet if she sampled that. It would just work so good.
Where you're looking at it, you're like, how the fuck are they even together right now?
It's the most random thing. Or like, did you see the clip where like Luke Bryan brought her on stage? I saw that same thing. I'm just like, dude, this is hilarious.
Yeah, she starts like twerking and shit on stage.
I find it awesome. I think it's just, I think it's great.
I mean, hopefully it's somewhere it's like bridging the gap between hip hop, country,
It
whatever
does.
else you're gonna do.
It does. I think like there's like mutual respect there, and even like it proves that even with somebody like Zach or like Morgan Wallen, where like he's working with Lil Durk and shit too. Like I don't know, it's all there.
So many different artists. Yeah. So this last one is gonna be a song that's obviously been super popular on socials, TikTok. I feel like I scroll through Instagram and every single reel has this song behind it. So this is gonna be Tommy Richmond, $1 Million Baby. I always like to include, when I'm doing this new heat or delete, like one edit or remix from somebody that's going to be able to be put on like a record pool or something like that. So this is my homie Jonas from Scottsdale put this together, sent it over to me, and this has been one of my favorite ones to play out. So this is the $1 Million Baby Jonas edit.
Yep.
So that's been one that I've been loving, been playing it out. It's been getting a good reaction. How you like that one?
I think it sounds good. I think it's like especially with that song, it's like, it definitely depends like where you're at. Like certain places you want to rock that original, but for something like that, like it just brings a new energy to it.
Yeah.
So no, it's fire though.
Yeah, because some spots it's like the original is a little too slow or like not enough energy for it. Where then there's a lot of good edits out. Where I found like his Apollo XO just put out a new one. Homie from Chicago. Yeah, his is good too. So there's a lot. So, but yeah, so we got 3 on there. Two heat. 1 we'll see about it. We'll see over the next couple weeks if it grows. You know.
Yeah.
But let's get you on this rapid fire. So, as of now, what's a favorite venue that you've ever performed at? It could be an event, venue, festival, any kind of stuff like that.
I'm gonna twist it and put every venue I haven't performed at, but I was supposed to.
Oh.
I'll twist it at that because it still lingers and there's people that still ask me. So it was like 2020, 21. I was supposed to do the Where in the Wood stage at Bonnaroo.
Okay.
And obviously 2020 got canceled because of
COVID.
Yep. And then 2021 it got canceled because there was a hurricane further down south, and when it traveled up this way, just destroyed the campgrounds, and they canceled the entire festival the day before.
Holy shit! I didn't even know that Bonner.
Yeah. So I was supposed to do it 2 years in a row, and it never happened.
Okay.
So we're gonna hope it eventually happens one day.
So is that a venue that you like would put at a priority of like one that you want to perform at in the future?
Most definitely, because it was like, especially 2021 when I was supposed to do it, I was supposed to have at least four different sets.
Okay.
Throughout the whole weekend at it.
Really?
It was literally the day before I'm on site, and they're like, not happening.
That fucking sucks.
Yeah, I wanted to jump off the stage and nosedive into the ground because it was so shitty. But, so yes, that would be a favorite venue, and it kind of covers like a future one too, I guess. So wrapped into one. It was something that was supposed to happen, but didn't.
Yeah.
So
what is like a dream collaboration for you? Either somebody that you would like to DJ with, or on the production side of things, somebody that you would like to make like an edit or a remix with?
I don't know. It's actually a pretty good question. I mean, kind of just anybody. Like, I want to play, like, do a show with Fork, Holler Zach, just because he's like a man. Mm-hmm. And just, I don't know, kind of anybody and everybody. I don't really care. Like, if it's a good thing that happens, awesome. I can't think of anybody like directly right now.
I always see you do a lot of stuff with like MGK.
Yeah.
He's got to be the homie of yours. So
yeah, that's my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, we got a lot of stuff that we've done his festival over the last few years. His team invited me out to go play and open for him in Atlantic City last year.
Did you do it?
Oh yeah, hell yeah! I got the call. Literally, like, talk about being ready. I got the call like 3 days before.
Yeah.
where then I was already set to go to Florida and go play down there, and I like switched things around, made it all right, and like did the show and flew back to Florida.
Yeah.
So like, what was it like? I played like the show was on Saturday. I think Saturday. Saturday. To where I flew to Florida Thursday night, played Thursday, played Friday, left, flew to Philly for Saturday, drove from Philly to AC, and then did the show. Then drove back to Philly the next day early in the morning, flew back to Florida to play Sunday, and then flew back to Cleveland on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy ass weekend, but yeah, that's one where it's like that's an event that you're waiting for. Yeah.
Yeah, like certain stuff, like when it's time to jump, you got to be ready to jump.
Yeah, absolutely.
But so yeah, no, stuff with him. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what else happens in the future with it. I don't hold my breath with anything and just let it all happen. Like the AC thing was years in the making, I would say.
Yeah.
Plus, same with all the other stuff. Just slowly building stuff and just creating a good relationship.
Yeah, and being ready. Yeah, absolutely. Well, yeah, before we get out of here, I mean, the last thing that I want you to do, a little segment that we like to do on the show is going to be called putting somebody on a platform. So just pick anybody that you want to shine a little spotlight on, let these listeners, let these viewers know a little bit about, and just can be a person, a venue, a brand, any kind of stuff like that, but someone that you want to put on a platform.
Person I'll put on would be my girlfriend.
Okay.
Because she has to deal with me and it's everything that happens with my work and me DJing and being gone a lot. It's not an easy thing to maintain a relationship like that, and it's already like tough enough because the high life stuff can be toxic and can be like very hard on a relationship. So put her on a platform because she puts up with a lot. When I'm gone, she's at home with our dogs, making sure they're good, and then maintaining herself too. So
what's her name?
Her name's Alicia.
Okay, so Alicia is being put on the platform this week. That's a good one to have.
I think that's another thing that's tough.
I agree.
You know how it is. You're also in a relationship, so it's tough to balance all of it.
I think every DJ or every person that works in nightlife will 100% agree with that, because the relationships in this field are definitely not easy. They're not for people that are weak. You have to build a trust with people and be able to deal with people being gone for weekends and be able to communicate what's going on and who's taking care of what at this time and do a lot of stuff there. So that's definitely a big one that a lot of people will definitely agree with, their significant other needing to be put on a platform probably more often than they do it. So
no, 100%. I don't think there's. I mean, obviously there's other people I could put on who I know to their thing and work hard to, but I think that one's important. Yeah,
that's awesome. That's a good one. We'll make sure she gets her shout out. But I mean, thanks again for taking the time to come stop by. We're gonna go do a little scouting tonight and see what we can find.
Hopefully.
If you guys aren't already, make sure you guys follow Bobby. I'll put all his socials in the description here. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment for him. Any questions that you got, leave a comment letting me know if you want to see any upcoming guests on the show. Listening to Apple or Spotify, give us that follow and let us know who you want to see on upcoming episodes. As always, I'm Dex. Give me a follow. If you listen to the mix shows, those come out every Monday. These episodes come out every Wednesday on YouTube, Apple, Spotify. So until next time, thank you, Bobby. We will see you guys later.
Man. Thank you.
Check. Mic check. 1, 2.
Yo, is this thing on or what?